Sure.
Oh, sorry. It's not Burning Man unless you have a shitload of random fucking necklaces around your... This is my fashion do or don't thing. So I've got my Piss Clear All Access Pass, but most importantly, I've got my Burncast Media Pass.
Media Pass!
Which you should get one of these because it gets you in everywhere.
From Los Angeles, California, this is Burncast and I'm the bomb.
Welcome to Piss Clear's book signing opening premiere. This is Ricky Vegas, corresponding for Burncast, and we have today...
Hi, my name is Malderor.
How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm awesome.
So you were DJing earlier today?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
What was your purpose of coming here today?
I was coming here to support Adrian Roberts, who put a hell of a lot of effort into putting that the newspaper out every year. I had some small part in the book, like there's like 18 or 19 of my essays in there. But really, I mean, Adrian did an insane amount of work to get that crap out there. I just get to ride his coattails and, you know, come to the book signing party. I've signed a couple of books and got to DJ a completely random set of whatever the hell I felt like it because it's Burning Man crowd. You play anything you want to a Burning Man crowd and they're like, hey, this kind of makes me want to dance.
Nice. So
anyway, Burning Man was sort of like the ass end of hippie culture. I mean, it was people who were, you know, they were pranksters and I don't know, it was before my time. But it was like the confluence of that and like industrial culture from like the early 90s. Like one of the first times I ever went to Burning Man, I ended up on stage with this band called Sharkbait, playing a pipe with a couple of bolts, and you know, it was like we were watching the sun come up, and we're all just like, and it wasn't like a hippie drum circle. It was like a incredibly angry, let's smash the shit out of this stuff, and while things are exploding all over the horizon, and that's kind of been lost from Burning Man. You know, it's become kind of like a dirt rave instead of like let's get together, let's drive motorcycles, let's shoot guns, let's blow shit up. Right. It's still the most fun week I'm going to have. Like if I can find something more fun to do, I said this in the book, if I can find something more fun to do that week, I'd go do it. But, you know, it's still awesome, but it's just different than it used to be. Yeah. But there are events for that kind of motorcycle gun shooting, massive destruction vibe you can still have, but they're secret.
Yeah. What do you think of the theme this year as evolution?
Theme? Dude, I've never paid any attention to the theme. Seriously. Except for the year it was water, and like every Tom, Dick, and Harry built a fucking art car that looked like a boat. I mean, that's the only theme that actually impacted anybody. Nobody gives a shit what the theme is. And it's better than the 7 Ages of Man, which meant nothing. You know, but, I mean, evolution, great, we're evolving, swell. The event has to evolve, although it stopped changing. It's kind of disappointing to me. There was a time when you had to go because you never knew if it was going to happen again, and like every year that it doubled in size.
Was that a certain time? Could you like locate it in years?
1999, 1997 through 99, 6 through 99, and you know like I remember one year Larry Harvey came out and gave a heartfelt like speech, like begging people to donate extra money because they were losing their asses, and we all gave money because otherwise it wouldn't have happened. Now it's like an ongoing thing. They've got systems in place. You just know it's gonna keep rolling. Like even if the fucking feds canceled it or something, there'd be the identical event like 2 deserts over in Utah or something. I think it's self-sustaining now, which is fine, but it takes away some of the mystery of is it ever going to happen again.
So what did people expect back in the day versus what do people expect now?
Well, I expected to go out there and be able to go swimming in the hot springs. Actually, it used to be you showed up, you paid this little dude at the gate, like $20, and he said, okay, drive 11 miles that way, straight that way, you got a compass, right? And then drive 3 miles that way, and if you can't find it, come back and we'll start again. And you like drive out there and you'd find this little tiny like group of tents, and you didn't know what to expect. Now you just know what to expect. It's Burning Man. It's going to be the same as it was the last 3 or 4 years. So I don't know if we actually are evolving. I mean, stasis is an evolution.
Will there be something bigger than Burning Man in the future?
Fuck, I hope so.
What are your hopes for for Burning Man in the future?
What are my hopes and fears for the future?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do I hope for Burning Man? I mean, at this point, it's become like a fantastic camping trip for me, but nothing more. You know what? I hope that I will have some life-changing experiences again. I used to go out there and like every time just something would happen and it would be like an emotional peak or valley or both over the course of the 3-day weekend it used to be. Just amazing things would happen that you couldn't believe. And I want to have that sense of wonder about it again. That's what I hope, that I can go out there and continue to discover things and not just sit around my camp and drink beer, 48 hours a day, which is what's happened the last couple of years.
So what do you participate in? What do you bring to the playa?
I help out organize a village of about 300 people. And it's sort of just fallen to me because I can help other people organize without them getting in conflicts. It's a crappy skill to have, like, hey, I can mediate, but it's really important when you're trying to organize that many people in a harsh fucking desert environment like that. It's not like exciting. Not like, God, I'm bringing Dance Dance Immolation or some shit. I'm bringing Fandango out there and bringing a kick-ass bar that's open for a week.
So one of the issues that burners have felt in the last few years is the issue of communication. There used to be a point where you were out on the playa and never expected a beeper or a cell phone to go off. And Wi-Fi has been growing and growing, and there's cell phone towers that connect people on the playa. How do you feel about that?
I sent my first email from Burning Man last year, and it was to say, fuck, we need more water, because I ended up having to like load everything up with booze, and I didn't have enough space for all the water. I was like, hey, can somebody bring me about 30 gallons of water? So on the one hand, it was a necessary email, but it was it's evil, but a necessary evil. Am I very happy about that? I don't know. I liked being cut off. You're so rarely cut off these days. It's rare that you're totally somewhere where these don't work. I was disappointed. I'm disappointed by the encroachment of contact. But by the same token, now that you're out there for 10 days instead of 3 days or however long you're out there for, I've got elderly relatives and pets and shit, and I want to know if something's going on so I can bail and go home.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, checks and balances, swings and roundabouts.
Mm-hmm. So, if you had advice for people interested in Burning Man, what would it be for virgin burners?
Burning Man sucks, don't go.
And what is your advice for the jaded burner?
Burning Man sucks, don't go. Now that's our village mantra. If anybody's asked me about it, I used to, in '95, I was like, dude, you gotta go, it's the coolest thing I've ever fucking seen. You can read a more thorough analysis of this theory in the Piss Clear book, available from all fine bookstores near you. But I spent my time cheerleading for the event, and it doesn't need me to do that. And if I have to convince somebody to go, they might hate it. It's fucking miserable, and it's hot, it's cold, it's windy, it's dusty. If I tell people it sucks, and if they're still interested, then maybe we can. Maybe they'll be okay in a raging windstorm, but I don't know, if they're dissuaded by me telling them it sucks and they shouldn't go, then they shouldn't go.
And what questions or challenges do you have towards people and individuals as they approach the project?
Well, I challenge people not to expect life-changing experience. Used to be that you'd go to the Fly Hot Springs and go swimming in the daytime and come back and see a sunset, and it would be life-changingly amazing or whatever. But if you go with no expectations, you might have a life-changing experience. You might see a giant flower petal chasing a giant Venus flytrap or whatever they were. Something absolutely mind-blowing like that. You might, but you shouldn't expect that. Because it's kind of just, to some extent, it's just a big rave in the desert with everyone taking too many drugs and drinking too much booze. So, I challenge people to keep their expectations low, and probably they'll be happily surprised.
It's been a pleasure talking to you.
All right, well,
Thank you so much.